Today's video is sponsored by our good friends at Famous Faces and Funnies, located in Melbourne, Florida. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, our friends at Docking Bay 94, located in Boca Raton, Florida. Check us out on comicsandgames.com. As always, we begin looking at the cover variants. I went with cover B because as this series progresses, you're going to see a nice panoramic layout with each cover B. Robert Atkins handles cover A, as well as the initial few issues of this epic 10-part storyline titled Snake Hunt. We're going to pull the action figures to preview of what characters will be featured in this month's issue. And this is a special one because Larry Hama has promised to utilize every active Joe, and every single one should be making an appearance in this 10-part epic series. But I kind of broke these down into groups of where we will see them in this story. So this is going to be, what a way to start off. We begin this issue with this little droid maneuvering through the sewers. Immediately we know it is of Revanche technology, but who is at the controls? A huge rat, probably a New York City rat, which they're famous for, decides that this little droid would make a tasty snack. But wouldn't you know it, the droid is equipped with ninja technology. Hey, let's start off with the ninjas. So he actually cuts the rat in half. I guess it's self-automated, but someone is telling, hey, watch it and watch what it does. So the little droid makes his way up to the street, and we still don't know what's going on. But we see he has a scanner, and he's keeping his eye out on upcoming traffic. He spots Rock and Roll and Clutch on a joyride, and immediately he kind of attaches himself on the Jeep, and he's trying to infiltrate the G.I. Joe base. So this is his way of getting in without being undetected. And again, there's communication going back and forth between the parties that are controlling this droid. And we see that they're approaching Fort Wadsworth undetected. Apparently, Rock and Roll and Clutch's big mission was to get lunch. So they're coming back into the Fort Wadsworth base with lunch in tow. Meanwhile, we see the scanners. We're seeing what the person viewing is able to see through the lens of the droid. And we discover that, who else is spying using this? It's Cobra Commander, Dr. Mindbender, and a Techno Viper is the drone pilot. We know from the last storyline that Dr. Mindbender has been busy reverse engineering all of Revanche's goodies. For old school fans that have missed out or not aware, yes, this is the original pit at Fort Wadsworth. Recall back in Marvel Run issue number 19 with HCC and Destro being trapped and presumed dead by Cobra. But in issue number 206, it was recommissioned for G.I. Joe activity. As Rock and Roll and Clutch pull in, Stalker is there to greet them. It's always good to see Stalker in any issue. Atkins really brings out the classic Stalker look. Rock and Roll and Clutch give Stalker a hard time because he's like, hey, I'm going to jump on with you. And they're like, hey, isn't that against policy? And then Stalker's like, you know what? I wrote the damn policy. So it's kind of cool to see this lighthearted moment because Stalker is always perceived as, by the book and strict. So they call everybody, hey, lunch is ready. But Stalker's like, whoa, wait, they got to finish this exercise first. And now we're going to see some killer action about to unfold. Now, I don't hide that I'm a big Nito Diaz fan, but I'm telling you, Atkins actually does a really good job with this sequence. And also, pay attention to his character descriptions, where I said that Nito kind of has issues with female characters as far as differentiating. He does an excellent job with clearly defining, all right, this is, Bomb Strike. This is Scarlett. So this is a good job that he does. You guys know that I'm active in all the groups and listening to everyone's feedback. I know some old school fans are still not sure about this whole Sean and Dawn and new Snake Eyes thing, but I'm telling you, Sean deserves every bit of this, and we're going to see what I mean by this. So in this exercise, Sean has to take on Scarlett, Helix, Jinx, Bomb Strike, all at once in a kind of like anticipation, like react type of situation. I guess that's the best way to say it. So we're going to see how he does in this, and you could see, like, he just goes through this so effortlessly. Again, Atkins, great job with how all of this flows. But we see how he anticipates the move, like Snake Eyes used to. And Helix is a formidable opponent. We know that from Dawn of the Arashikage and, with the Silent Option storyline. We know that both of them are really good, Dawn and Helix. So again, while all of this is unfolding, I'm telling fans, remember Dawn of the Arashikage and Silent Option storyline. How those two, Dawn and Helix, are such formidable opponents and how they're deadly in their own right. And Sean has to go up against them. And Scarlett. Scarlett's dangerous. And all of this is also remember, the droid is still there. So Cobra Commander and the Techno Viper and Dr. Mindbender are watching attentively. So the girls are basically throwing the kitchen sink at Sean. And, it's just amazing to see, how this new G.I. Joe crew, and we have the old hand of Scarlett and Stalker. It's just such a good blend of old and new, and it's showing such a promising future, and the excitement and the adrenaline that's going on. As a reader, you feel this, and again, that's why G.I. Joe is not dead. It is still alive and going strong. You just have to peel behind the layers and look a little bit. Where Star Wars is just marketing the crap out of it, where it's just oversaturated. I also like the fact that this shows that, they're all friends, they're all buddies, they all get along so well. But when it's time to get down to business, when it's time to work, they are all business. I mean, the Joe team is fully committed, because that's the only way they're going to get better, is if they're not hard on each other. Because, at the end, the enemy isn't going to care whether, so at least this shows what they have to go through as far as their training sequences. And I wanted to point out that, again, Atkins does Scarlett looks beautiful. I mean, I know, but she is done so beautiful in this, and I think that's just wonderful to see. But this is one of the reasons why I encourage you guys to get the issues too, because you could see, Sean's fighting style and his prowess is exceptional. He is on top of everything. He's one step ahead of the best of the best, and that's what you want to see. He rightfully is assuming Snake Eyes. This is as if Snake Eyes was there. And you could see him catching an arrow, flipping it, throwing it back, hitting Scarlett. I mean, all of this stuff is just action-packed. And you're just flipping the pages what's next? What's next? Oh my God, he did that? That's what you want to get as a reader of G.I. Joe. And you could see the girls are not letting up. I mean, if they're just one after another coming in at waves and throwing everything at Sean. And again, he catches it, knocks Scarlett down, turns around, has to take on Helix. Bomb strikes coming from the side. I mean, his computer is just must be, in his head must be just boom, 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 boom. So all of this is again, this is why he's known as the last brother of the Arashikage, and rightfully so. He deserves that. He is of the lineage of Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, the Hard Master, Soft Master. He rightfully deserves this, and I hope old school fans see that. So at the very end of the exercise, you see Sean picking up a sword and throwing it at Scarlett. Scarlett's like, holy shit, this is a kill shot. And at the last minute, like, it just whizzes by her head and hits the droid. So Snake Eyes was, all this is going on. I keep saying Snake Eyes. Sean was able to detect, hey, there's something wrong, and, deal with that intruder. And with that, the broadcast ends, so no more peep show for Cobra Commander and Dr. Mindbender. Stalker quickly goes over and looks over the droid, and they know it's a Revanche technology, but they don't know if it's Revanche, because remember in the previous episode we had Lowlight and go down in the sewers to spy on Revanche, so they know something is up. They just don't know who it is, and they all check, hey, did anybody use Sean's real name? And because to the rest of the world, Snake Eyes is still alive, and they want to keep that going. Even Cobra thinks that, this is Snake Eyes. So the Joes are pretty much, content with, no one spilled the beans, so hey, let's have some lunch. And immediately we see Sean go over to Scarlett, checking on, when he hit her with the arrow, and she's like, I'm okay, Sean. Again, we don't know what this is. Is it love or, because Scarlett's been like a big sister, but, they're not related. So, I don't know, like, is she falling for Sean? We don't know. I'm going to stop here and pause because the big hot topic from last issue and all the regulars that have been, commenting on the channel, this is the issue, is how is Scarlett dealing with this? Dealing with the love, a lost soulmate, and then you have someone that looks just like him in front of your face every day that you work with. So she must be going through all kinds of stuff. And that's what, you guys know who you are that have, commented, and thank you so much. All of that is, it is one of the things I think Larry Hama should explore more into, the mental state of our beloved Scarlett. Again, that's why what makes GI Joe such a good read now as we're adults. We've all been through this. We've all been through loss, and we know what she's going through or can relate to her. So beside of the stuff that we loved as kids, there's also the stuff that we have learned as being adults that we could relate with in this modern IDW GI Joe comic. And Larry Hama is doing a good job understanding that. So back at Cobra Headquarters, we see, they're like, man, Snake Eyes is even better than before. He is a formidable opponent. We know that they have this crazy plan for Snake Eyes. We don't know what it is at this point, but he is the key. And Mindbender is like, in order for this to happen, there's going to be a lot of casualties. And Cobra Commander is like, I don't give a damn about, we know he doesn't care about the typical Cobra soldier or people that work for him. All he cares about is, himself and the Cobra cause. Again, Atkins does a good job of that evil. Just that evil intention, that cold-hearted attention. All right, now we're going to go back. This is actually outside of the base in Fort Wadsworth. This girl comes knocking on this house door, demanding for, paper money. Are there kids still delivering papers? Because I know about you guys, I got this 40-year-old lady who delivers the papers and just chucks it out in the car. So she's telling this lady that, this nice, beautiful lady that, hey, you owe me money for stuff. And I know something's going on. No one's answering at any of these houses. What's up with your neighbors? And this is why. She's a Cobra agent or works for Cobra. So in the beginning, when I was pulling figures, I used the Cobra officer Night Stalker figure. Her name is Rebecca, so she has a real name. I don't know if this is her. It would be cool if it was. Also, I think that tank top is really hot, and I think I might have to get one for Mrs. Codename New Tavira too, because that's pretty damn sexy. And she goes in and tells, we see what she's doing. She goes in the back, and we see all these Cobra people hidden in the garage, in the kitchen playing cards. There's something being cooked up. And she's like, hey, give me some money. I got to shut this kid up. So they're all like, hand her a couple bucks to pay off, I guess, the bill for the newspaper. But we see like what they're mounting, and this is right outside the base. This is this right in front of G.I. Joe's face. All of this is going on. So the girl's like, all right, you know what? I don't know what's going on here, but I hear a lot of noise, and, my dad is the mayor or whatever, and, this is right outside the base, so it'd be stupid, if anything is happening. She's just being a nosy little brat, but, we see that there's something about to go down, and that is going to involve Snake Eyes and all of these troops. So we'll find out. Again, this is going to be a 10-part series, 10-issue thing. So it's going to take up most of the year. And I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too. Now, I've been doing this for about 2 years, and I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like the past 2 years has led us up to this point. So please hit subscribe, like, share. Spread the word. G.I. Joe is not dead, and things are about to explode. And, I am really excited. Larry Hama is on fire. The fact that he promised to bring out every active living Joe in this 10-issue storyline is remarkable. And we're going to have multiple writers coming in and out. So we get the entire G.I. Joe smorgasbord. So enjoy the ride. Please comment. I want to hear what you guys feel. What direction? Your likes, your dislikes, whatever. But this is how, we have so much stuff going on with G.I. Joe with the new Snake Eyes movies. And they are looking at us. They're watching us. So the more we do this, the more they know that they can't screw this up. They can't. They cannot. So please support Joe for Joe content. Not just my channel, but everybody else's. Because this is all labor of love. And, it's not like Star Wars where they're a juggernaut with Disney. This is, we are doing this. We have a say. So thank you once again, and I'll look forward. Oh, and a note, please stay tuned. Normally, HCC drops his videos on Sunday. I'm going to be taking his spot because he needs a day off. He's working on something. So I will take his usual spot and drop a special video that is going to feature HCC as a special guest. And we're going to talk about something that I think kind of gets pushed under the rug. So please, this Sunday, when HCC normally debuts a video, I'll be taking that spot to make sure we don't, lose. We don't want HCC 788 withdrawal. So this is Shabu RU signing off.